Hello, Crochet Baby here. Today I'm actually going to be sowing my seeds, so I'm really excited. What I have here is another clean bucket, and I have some seed starting mix, and I've got, oh no, Ari, no, baby. I think we're going to have another day today like I did yesterday. And then I've got this to use to water with, and I need to wet this seed mix down really well before I put it in the little seed starting tray. So anyway, I'm going to get started on that, and as soon as I'm done mixing this and it's nice and moist, I'll be back to show you the rest. Ari, no. Ari, no. Hi YouTube, it's me again. What I'm doing right now is I've got my seed tray, and I'm going to cut a couple of pieces off of one of these, and I'm going to put a label like this is the front and this is the back, and I'm going to put left side on this and right side on this one. The reason I'm going to do that is because today I'm going to proceed cautiously, because I don't want to just plant, my seed and, oh, where'd you go? Because I really don't know what I'm doing yet. So this is the first time for me. So I'm probably going to plant 1 to 2 seeds of the different things that I want to plant right now. So that means that each one of these cells is going to have something different in it. So the reason I need to label this front, back, left, right, and then I'm also going to put a number 1, a label of a number 1 right here in this corner, and then a label with the number 72 right here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to write down on a piece of paper, kind of like a little map, to this, showing, what's planted in each one, so that I know exactly what's planted where and when I planted it, etc., etc. So I can keep track, because I really want to keep track of everything I do, because I want to make sure that if I do something wrong, or whatever, that I can, correct it. So, gosh, what did I do with the other one? Anyway, so, and the reason I'm doing it that way is, because I don't know what I'm doing, I don't want to put all my seed out there and then end up killing everything and ruining it all, because then I'm going to have to buy more seed. So I'm going to do it this way and proceed cautiously and experiment a little, to see what works and what doesn't. Ari, no, Ari, gosh, you are just being a pain today. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do those labels, and I'll be back with you whenever I'm done. Okay, I have finished labeling and taping them on, so I have front and 72 here. And the reason I have the 72 here is because I'm going to start with 1 up here. So, of course, I've got left, because this is my left side. And then here's back, and then number 1, because this is going to be number 1. So, no matter how I get this thing turned around, I know what is where. As long as I don't shuffle these trays around, I will be fine. So, anyway, I guess I'm going to start filling this thing up. Yeah, so start putting the dirt in here. Get that out of the way. Better move it or lose it, sister. I'm just not in the mood for you to be a bunghole. Okay, and I'm doing this at my desk, so I'm just gonna grab me some and start filling, I guess. No, Ari. No. Actually, I think there's a better way for me to do this, come think of it. Yeah. I'll be right back. Hello, YouTube. This is Crochet Baby here. I'm going to start sowing my seeds today. So the first thing I needed to do was I took my seed starting mix and I put it into this bucket, and I wet it down real good so that it's damp, so it it sticks together. So, but it's really loose, Anyway, so it's not dripping wet. I don't have water running out of it, but it's wet. And anyway, I'm going to start filling. Oh, look, my water thing got in your way. Sorry. This is what I use for watering and wetting, is this little, I think it's supposed to be for bug spray or something, I don't know, but that's not what I bought it for. Anyway, I'm just going to take these and put some of the seed starter mix in here. And the first time I fill it, I'm going to press it down so any air pockets or anything like that are pressed out. And I'm not like pushing down on it real hard, just enough to get it in there, you know, so it's not packed down super hard, but it's also not super loose with big old air pockets in it and stuff. And then this, just barely, I'm not even hardly really pushing down on this. Anyway, and I'm sure several people will recognize that this is how they do it, because I'm taking the advice from other YouTubers. Yeah, watching other YouTubers. I'm just going to wipe these edges off a little bit. There's dirt all over, but that's okay with me. Gardening is messy. So, I'll do one more. So, I just stick it in there. There. Okay. And then I'm going to just stick my thumbs in there and push it down. Not super hard, just enough to get it packed in there so that there's no big air pockets, you know, things like that. So I found a little stick. Okay. Anyway, so just push it down enough, you know, so that it, you know, gets out any big air pockets or anything. Because you don't want it rock hard, because then your roots aren't going to be able to, you know, spread out. So it's going to make it difficult on the plant, and you don't want to do that. You want it as easy as possible. So, anyway, get some of this extra off the top here. Okay. And if you think you might have gotten it too hard, all you have to do is just turn it upside down and just kind of bang it, and it'll empty them out. You know, not real easily, but it'll pretty much do it. So, you know, if you feel like maybe you got them too hard or something, you know, and then you can just start over. Not a big deal. Just put more in there, you know, not a big deal. And, you know, so, I mean, it's your garden, your seeds, so you can, you know, kind of do what you want. Just push it. Ooh, those two went down a lot farther. They must have had a lot of air in the bottom. Anyway, so there's those, and then I'm going to top those off and push it down a little bit. Not hard, just barely, you know. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and rub across the top to even it out and get the excess off the top pretty much. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. What I decided to do as far as planting my seeds today, the reason I didn't do it yesterday, was I've done tons of research on, you know, the seeds. I've done, you know, as far as growing, harvesting, saving the seeds. You know, the medicinal value, the nutritional value, things like that. And I also researched which ones would be harmful to my cat, so I know which ones I need to keep put up, like the, you know, the cucumbers and the tomatoes and things like that. You know, I need to keep that door shut, the room that they're in, so that she can't get in there and get into them, because they are poisonous to her. But anyway, I didn't think I needed to look up how to sow the seeds because I took it for granted that the seeds I bought, you know, because all the seeds I've ever bought have always had instructions with them, you know, about that particular species, what it likes best, etc., etc. Well, Mosey Bo does not send information with their seeds or on the packets or anything with any of their packages. I contacted them yesterday because after spending an hour or two trying to look up information and only got a few done, I contacted and said, you know, look, I remember that on your website, whenever I purchased these on eBay, it kept talking about all the links that you had for the information, you know, for growing the plants and stuff, you know. Could I have those links, you know, so that I can just go and print this information out, you know, and they came back and said that they never send any information with any of their packages on any of the seeds. The two links that they had, one was for pretty much the seed exchange, and it was just giving you advice on how to save seed. That was it. The other one was for tips on gardening, you know. But you still have to look up everything individually. I also noticed that in the Mosey Bo package, a lot of the seeds, it doesn't tell me what variety they are of that seed. For instance, the pinto beans don't tell me, the navy beans don't tell me, the different grains, there's different grains and other things, and it doesn't tell me, you know, it doesn't tell me which ones it is, because some of them, like there's bush varieties and vine varieties, so I have no idea if I have the bush or the vining. Some like the cool weather, some like the hot weather. I don't know which I have. Some of them like full sun, some of them like partial sun. You know, things like that. So I have no idea what kind I've got because they don't give you that information. So I was pretty aggravated, and I ended up dumping all of these out and not doing the video yesterday. Well, since I really don't know what I have, and as far as some of the seeds, you know, like the beans and stuff, there's websites that say soak them overnight, because if you just put them in the soil, they'll rot, so you got to soak them overnight. And then there's other people and websites that say, well, if you soak them overnight, they're just going to rot, so don't soak them, just stick them in the soil. Okay, anyway, there's such a conflict, I decided that the first go-around, I'm just going to plant the seeds. Okay, if the beans do rot in the soil, fine, then I'll soak them and I'll replant them. So it's okay, it doesn't bother me to do that. So anyway, I decided I would try it both ways and see which way worked with the seeds I have, because unfortunately on some of them I don't know what I have because Mosey Bo does not provide that information. For all of the seeds they send you, most of them do tell you, but there are some that don't. And you know, it would sure make things more convenient, you know, if they were vining. I would like to know so I can make sure to have what they need so I can set up, you know, a trellis or something for them, but without knowing, you know, I can't plan ahead, which is unfortunate and kind of frustrating, but that's life. Anyway, I'm going to get the rest of this done, and I'll come back once I get all these filled. So, I'll be right back, y'all.